Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review episode 363. We're reviewing episode number 1117. Excuse me. Which basically, it's called Sabo Return, The Shocking Truth Be Told. Which it covers pretty much the end of chapter 1083. Okay, so this episode is basically, think of it as a continuation of the referee arc because that arc got abruptly cut off due to the fact that I think Oda's editor wanted to jump to Wano as soon as possible. So Sabo starts to explain what happened at the referee. So basically, he views the three tasks that his group basically meant to do. 1. Destroy the symbol for the world nobles, the Celestial Dragons. Number 2, free the slaves, including Kuma. And number 3, destroy the food reserves. And they're like, now then they say what it means to starve. They could have just taken the food and give it to people that they were taken from. Nope, they said blow them up for some reason. Yeah, so all ruckus going on. Of course, slaves being abandoned. Like one is like an old man pirate who's basically being whipped constantly in the nip between his neck and his back. He is whipped constantly up fast. He's crawling on his hands and knees. So he's seemed useless. He's about to be murdered, but luckily Kazu comes by and just frees and takes out the world noble anyways. Basically one of the CP agents, not CP0, basically one of the agents basically come by to take them out. While all the craziness is going on, meanwhile, we do see original scene. We see Vivi going down some steps. This is not from the manga. I looked it up. It is not there. This was actually complete edited. Where she's going to get Admiral Garp, Vice Admiral Garp's a request for his help because she believes that the world nobles will try to get their host again, which that's going to be true. And using Kuma to do it, yeah. And she, of course, passed by Rob Loshi, and she's like, yeah, I don't trust you guys, given the fact that you guys did practically nothing to stop this guy from kidnapping a royal princess. Yeah, she's right about that. So, it's a brief scene for her. We also see Limburg freeing some slaves, which that was really cool to see. Sabo, of course, is basically, looking for the key to the collars the slaves have. Also trying to know where Kuma is, which is going to be interesting. And then the episode ends on a really interesting note here, where we have King Cobra being in, of course, he's in a wheelchair at this point in time. Yeah, this is something that happened post time skip where his health had deteriorated over the course of 2 years. What the heck happened to him was never actually explained. Like, why did his health go bad? Why did his hair turn gray over the course of just 2 years? Like, he's one of the two that really changed. Along with Sokka, everyone else pretty much had no change. He drastically changed to the point where he can't walk anymore, and his hair growing like completely gray now. So he enters the chambers of, well, actually the room of the empty throne, which is inhabited at the moment by, the throne itself is not inhabited, but the room is occupied by the 5 world elders, who I have dubbed these 5 guys the 5 elder idiots, because they are the biggest jerks the entire series, and oh boy, I can't wait to see their involvement in the current arc in the series. We'll get to that, and I'm so happy against this because I'm sure a lot of people really love the Reverie arc, and people were probably like, man, like, why would you have such a good arc? The arc was so good. Because Luffy was not there, and we had to go to Wano, and that's probably the reason. I'm glad we had a continuation of this during Egghead. I'm sure, here's a weird thing, I'm not sure why that the chapter, when it came out, I'm not sure why it couldn't come out during Wano. Why did it have to come out during Egghead? Probably because, this is my honest opinion, they probably didn't want to develop too much tension away from Wano for very long. I mean, the longest they went when it went from Wano was like 2 chapters. Yes, 2 chapters this. 1-2 chapters as an interlude. This is like a few chapters. And Egghead does the same thing they wanted to do. Basically, they would show what the outside world was doing. If you look at something like, let's say, Dressrosa, for example, they never showed anything outside what was going on in Dressrosa. It was going like an interlude. There was no interludes during Dressrosa. The only thing we didn't know anything. The only thing we knew what happened outside Dressrosa. We didn't know anything about it until the thing arc was over. I'm sure Oda must have learned his mistakes with the arc, especially how long the arc was. So that's the reason why I started with Wano, given how lengthy it was. You need a distraction. Let's figure out what the other characters are up to. I'm like, okay, I like that. And I'm glad Egghead basically keeps the same thing. At least you got, because you have a whole world to develop. You can't just focus on Egghead the whole period of time. I mean, we're not to the interesting stuff yet, but I think he does stop after a certain period of time. And they, of course, the arc is kind of in a way, I don't know if it's over yet, because given what happened in this next episode, in the manga, which it feels like the arc in the manga is over. I'm checking something here, but I think that the arc of the manga is officially over. Um, well, the event is over, yes, but the arc is not. I would love to see basically a mention of exactly like. Yeah, but not much else to say. About the episode itself. It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, so that's episode review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do hit the dislike button. Next up is a Comic Corner, and then it's on to My Hero Academia. Okay, next video. Bye.